If you don't see Smileback quite like this, specifically I want to draw attention to the tools menu up here. That's most likely your user account doesn't have the permissions. So as long as you have admin permissions, you will be able to access everything under this tools menu. So what you'll see when you're in Smileback, obviously you'll see your own results down here. I'm on a reviews page right now, the CSAT reviews page I selected in this left-hand menu, but this top kind of frame and side frame is always there. So whatever page you're on, you click on the tools menu and then you can go to integrations. And then you'll see there's quite a lot on this page. We have lots of integrations now, but I'm just going to scroll down to the kind of bottom half. And you see down here, we've got Slack and Microsoft Teams. So with Slack, you start from inside of Smileback itself. And you either click connect if it's your first time, or you click add new if you've already done this once. You'll see again, it prompts you to choose a channel. I'm going to do integration demo and then click allow. Of course, you'll need to make sure you have permissions in Slack to add apps to channels, or at least add apps to the relevant channel. So just before you start, make sure you have the right permissions inside Slack. And again, it's just the same thing as we saw in Teams. It's actually a little bit easier to read though, because it goes full screen. And as you can see, we can toggle on and off CSAT and MPS, so you can choose just one of them or you can choose both. Let's just look at MPS this time for a bit of variety. And once again, we have a couple of different filter options, not as many from MPS because MPS doesn't pull in all that ticket data. And then we have some toggles for the type of information to be shown. But it works in much the same way. You could choose to put the unhappy people or the unhappy and the kind of middle people into a certain channel. You click done, which I'll do right now actually. And then you could go back to integrations with that button there, and then you can just click add new and then just start the process again. So if I was going to put my positive or my promoters in MPS terminology, my happy people into another channel, like into the feedback channel, for example, I would choose that and I would just repeat those steps again. I'm just going to go back to integration demo though, just so I don't mess up our real Slack channels. And then these different options you see here, if you're already using MPS, then you will see different campaigns that you created in that drop-down menu. So these are the ones for our test company, Southwest IT. And if it's for CSAT, if you're a ConnectWise customer, under segments, you will see boards. So you can see you've got a few example boards. If you're on a different, one of the other ticketing systems, it will be something like the issue type or the ticket type. We can help you work that out. And you can even make it, you can do as much or as little of this filtering as you want. You could get very, very specific. And for example, you could even go to the level of choosing individual companies. Let's say you have different channels for different areas or different account managers and the accounts they manage. You might want to put reviews from these 5 companies go into one channel and those 5 companies into another channel, and you could even get down to the level of contacts. For example, like VIP contacts, you might want to choose certain people and just really make sure people are noticing them by having a dedicated channel. As I say, it's really up to you, and it really all goes back to what I was saying right at the beginning about starting with your goal and deciding, what do you need to do with the feedback you get? How are you going to react to different types of feedback? What steps is your team going to take or is already taking? And then how could Slack or Teams help you, collaborate more easily, work together when people are outside the office, make sure people see things. If it's like our team, we spend personally, I spend most of my time in Slack. We get our new tickets pop up in Slack. We get all our feedback using this integration that I'm just showing you now, pops up in Slack. So I try and use Slack as my main kind of feed of information throughout the day. And this basically guarantees I see feedback nice and quickly. And as I say, can react very quickly if people are unhappy, or if it's just interesting, or if it's just ambiguous. That's the great thing about Teams or Slack. You can just start a thread and just say, hey, does anyone know about this? Or you can at a particular person say, hey, John, you were working on this ticket. Do you know why they might be unhappy? You know, it's going to vary depending on your company, but I'm just trying to give you some ideas and get the kind of sparks going.